fall sky glue, like winter broken by a springtime tune. Around and round, seed falls and grows, and where we come from, it never snows. Could be subtle.
All right, so it never snows here. It's so sad. Got close this year though, which is exciting. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Today we are doing Chapter 6, Lesson 7, Equivalent Expressions. Our learning goal is that students will be able to combine variables, those are letters, right, to make equivalent or equal expressions, okay? Remember to pause this video at any time that you need to write things down, and you must write everything that is typed or written in this video. Okay, remember, a variable is just a fancy way of saying a letter in math. It stands for a letter for a number that we don't know what it means yet, okay? So we will solve for variables eventually because you want to find out what that missing letter that you don't know what it is means, okay? So a variable is a fancy way of saying a letter that stands for a number that we don't know what it is, okay? And the letters can be anything, X, M, N, P. Remember, we want to try and stay away from O and S, because O's look like zeros and S's look like fives, okay? Variables stand for unknown numbers. We don't know what they are yet, so they stand for numbers, we just don't know what it is. It could be replaced by a big question mark. All right, then we have constants. Constants are numbers without letters. So constants are any number that doesn't have a letter attached to it. That is called a constant, okay? They're like regular numbers, what you've been working with your whole life up to this point. Those are constants, okay? Coefficients, those are numbers in front of the letters. So, for example, we've got 5x right here. Our 5 is our coefficient, and our x is our variable. So our coefficient is the number in front of the variable. Okay, write all of this down. All right, combining variables, and you can draw these as best you can. I'm not a good drawer, so I wouldn't be able to draw a pencil very well, but do it the best you can. So combining variables, it's the same as when you count regular objects. So if we were counting pencils, we've got 3 pencils here. We've got 1 pencil here. So when we add those up, we have a total of 4 pencils. So down here we've got an X plus an X plus an X. Altogether we have 1, 2, 3 X's. So when I am writing what my answer is, we have 3 X's, so my answer is going to be 3X. You count X's just like you count any other numbers. We have 3 pencils, we're adding that to 1 pencil, so we have 4 pencils. We have 1x, we're adding that to another x, and we're adding those to the last x. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, and they're all x's, so I'm going to say they are 3 x's. Okay, we've got 7x plus 8 plus x. Remember I said in a previous video, you cannot add variables to numbers without variables. You cannot add variables and coefficients with constants. They don't go together. So you can add a variable to another variable, okay, as long as they're the same variable, but you cannot add variables and constants. No. So here, what we are going to do here when we are combining these is we are going to add 7x plus this x. Well, 7x plus 1 more x gives us 8 x's, and then we bring down our plus 8 over here. Remember, you cannot combine this further. This is as far as your answer goes because you cannot add variables and coefficients to constants. They cannot be combined further, okay? All right, let me move this down a little bit. There we go. All right, so we want to simplify 3x plus 9y plus 2x. So 3x's plus 9y, these are not the same variables, so we cannot combine them. And then we have our 2x over here. So we want to combine our 3x and our 2x. 3x's plus 2x's gives me a total of 5x's. And then we have 9y's. If you need to draw this out, draw your 3x's. Draw your 2x's. How many x's do I have altogether? You can count them. I have 5 x's. Okay, but remember, if you've got x's and you've got y's, your y's and your x's cannot be combined together. X's and y's are 2 different letters, so they mean 2 different things. Okay? All right, and now we need to simplify this. 7 times 3x plus y. Remember, we've got a distributive property here because we cannot add 3x and y together. These are 2 different things, so we need to use the distributive property to simplify this. 7 times 3x gives me 21x, and 7 times y gives me 7y. I need to bring down my addition sign in the middle, and that's as far as I can simplify it. It cannot go any further than that. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you tomorrow.